Starting to go through a real storm here. I gotta say bye-bye to my bus. Good morning. So my friend, this is the end. It's the end of the world as we know it. Not really. But you know, for the last couple weeks I've been doing summer school. And I really shouldn't say summer school because it's not really, you know, school. This ain't really the school like if you failed the class, you go to summer school as a punishment. This ain't this at all. The summer school is actually the Boys and Girls Club, a daycare that the kids learn, and they do field trips every week. One of the groups, they went to Emma Falls, which is actually a pretty famous place for me because that's where the Appalachian Trail starts. But of course, it's like 8 more miles from Emma Falls. You have to do the approach trail to get to the top of Springer Mountain to fully be on the Appalachian Trail. But Emma Falls State Park is where it starts. There's a little archway and everything. I'll put the picture right here so you can see it. And I think this week, the school I drove, Boys and Girls Club, I think they went to a safari, so they got this different animals they get to pet. They had like a little petting place, and so the kids interacted with the animals. And they always love it. Every time I talk to them about like, hey, what'd you do today? Yesterday, they made these little tinfoil boats, and they had a competition like how many pennies could you put in there before it sank? And I think the little girl on my bus had 18 pennies before the boat sank. And she was pretty proud of it. I mean, she brought it on the bus and everything. I saw it. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of cool. You know, she's going to come home and, you know, show her mom. I was like, I'm sure she's going to enjoy that. You know, the kids are learning something new every day. They have tutors, so that way they can get a, you know, head start. Because, you know, I think the ones I drove yesterday, the big sister is going into 3rd grade, and the smaller one is going into 1st grade. So they already got a head start on their classes, which is absolutely amazing because the kids, you know, when they're that young, you know, they absorb, they learn more than, you know, us older generation. You know, we don't learn much every day. We do learn something new every day, but a lot of times we don't learn, you know, we don't absorb as much as younger kids do. So it's a really, really good program. Boys and Girls Club is coming to an end. Us school bus drivers, how we do our how it works for us is, well, for me, I was off the first week of Boys and Girls Club. I'm off the last week of Boys and Girls Club. We have subs that come in, you know, they take, you know, the different routes. So one done my first week, and the same one done my first week is going to do my next week's the last week. So today's my last day of driving Boys and Girls Club, and I got to meet with the one that's going to be doing it Monday, and she's going to have my bus. And I told her, I was like, no, it's my bus. You can't have it. No, that's mine. But I was just kidding around with her. She's a good friend of mine, so I'm excited for her to drive my new bus. I know she's going to take good care of it. Day of picking up the last kids, so I'm just going to film myself driving. I got you on the tripod right here, so hopefully it doesn't fall down and I'll stop recording. Finally back on the road. I am all done with my evening route, so I am ready to be done with summer school. I'm not ready to be done with summer school because I like the kids I picked up, but I enjoyed interacting with the kids, asking them how their day was and what they do, especially when they went on field trips, like to the safari. They went to a water park, things like that. I enjoyed asking the kids, hey, what'd you do today? And they'll tell me all about it. So I am going to miss that. But I am ready to be off for, about 3 weeks before actual school starts back. So what I've done now is, okay, since there is summer school next week, but I'm on, that's my week off, I am going to go ahead and fill my bus up because I'm not one of these bus drivers who leave a bus like, half full, or half empty, depends on how you look at it. For the next person. If I'm using the bus, I want to make sure first I'm going to sweep it out. I'm also going to make sure I have it all filled up for them. That way it's ready to go. So I'm going to show you how do I put fuel in the bus and how do I clean the bus and things like that. So as you see, fuel is about half. So I'm going to go ahead and put some fuel in it and everything. I just parked at the gas pumps, which are right back there. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the bus. And when I turn the bus off, you're going to hear the whole beep button, the beep going on. That just means I got to go back and hit the thing on the back of the bus. And also I'm checking for kids. There we go. The lights flashing means I detected that I hit the child check. So I have to remember my mileage, which is 1,608, 1608. And on the thing, I have what they call a pro key right here, which is what I use to activate the gas pumps. And it's like we're about to go have some storms. So we got the fuel key. Go and get this all opened up because whenever you when you activate the pumps, they only stay activated very shortly. So first thing I got to do is put my pro key in here. Asking me which pump I want to use. Got 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to try pump number 2. 2, enter. All right. And since it's half full, I'm going to estimate 35 gallons. As you can see, I put 44 gallons in the bus. Also, one thing I just want to point out is this is where our bus shop is. Got the buses out there ready to be, to assign for the school year. And it looks like it's going to be oh, it is. It's raining. I got raindrops on the windshield. I was like, the rain's coming. See the raindrops there? Yep, it's starting to rain. So I better hurry make it home so I can sweep out the bus. Try to beat this rain. It's coming in fast. Starting to go through a real storm here. Gully washer. limbs down on the ground. Wowee, that was a huge storm. I just got in coming home. As you can see, man, that was like limbs down, not big limbs, just like little small limbs. Man, that was, as you see, the rain is over. It's not raining no more, but I have one bad news for you. My bus leaks. Leaking from the hatch right there. Of course, it hasn't really rained, so I haven't really been able to, you know, see how it's doing. But, yep, you got rainwater all down right there because it's just leaking down past that. But, yeah, I don't want to sit in these seats if I was kids, especially driving down the bus. But what I'm here today, right now, I was sweeping out the bus. Got a lot of dirt. I got to get all this dirt up off the bus. So let's get to it, because most of the dirt's here and just in the first couple seats, because this is where all the kids usually sat. And since all the dirt on here is just dirt, nothing big, there's no, it's just all dirt, I'm just going to sweep it off the driveway. Thank you so much for coming along, watching the video, and seeing how my last day of driving summer school, how it is, and how it ended. Now the person taking this bus is going to come grab the bus, and it'll be a nice clean bus for them to do next week for the last day of Boys and Girls Club, aka summer school. But it's not really summer school, it's more of a daycare that the kids learn and enjoy. Field trips, yay! I gotta say bye-bye to my bus, because last day of summer school, someone is now driving away. So don't worry, I'll get her back in a couple of weeks.